Hello, fellow human beings of planet Earth. I hope that you're having a really good day today, or night, whatever time you are watching this. So, you already know the video, but I wanted to tell you some positive / motivational quotes since it's the last day of 2024. We're moving into a brand new year, and while you don't have to wait for the start of a whole new year to implement, new thinking, new patterns, new goals. It is kind of like it's not a bad time. There's never really a bad time, but I just think it's a new year. It kind of gets people in the mood for like a fresh start. So, wanted to share with you some quotes that might, help shape your thinking for the new year. And I have my glasses on because I can't remember them all, so I wrote them down. And I have very poor vision, so yeah. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. It's all in the power of the mind. It's all perspective. It's all in perspective. My apologies. Yeah, I really like that quote and I agree with it. It all is in perspective. I was actually just having a conversation with my friend the other day about this, and it's like your thoughts become your reality. And for example, if you start off your day and you stub your toe and you get annoyed and you're like, oh, today's gonna be a bad day, you're going to have a bad day. I also think that thoughts are energy, and thoughts can be negative, they can be positive, they can attract like whatever you're thinking, positive energy, negative energy, and even when things like go wrong in your life, I think it's important to try to find a silver lining in situations, no matter how small. It's also very, very difficult. Like, you really have to train your mind. I used to be I'm naturally very pessimistic, but I've realized over like the past year and a half, I'm a much more positive person. And even when things like go wrong and everything, I don't dwell on it. I'm not consumed in my doom, if you will. And it's a difficult thing to do, and I've had to train my mind to think more positively and hold on to the good and sort of just not focus on the bad. But also, and I know I might annoy some people with this, believing in God and like having a relationship with Him and letting Him lead the way has been pivotal. It's been very important. I don't think I would have this clarity if I didn't have that. Maturing is realizing that overplaying your part in people's lives to prove your loyalty is only proving how much less you value yourself. I think that's a really good quote. I think sometimes people, they're afraid to say goodbye to people in their life or like friendships, because I'm not sure why. I think some people are just afraid to lose people, and I think some people feel like they deserve the way that they're treated, but some people are only meant to be in our lives for a season. Not everybody deserves to be in our lives, Sometimes they're just here to teach us lessons that we haven't yet learned. There was another thing. If you keep meeting different people, you keep having the same issues, it means that you haven't learned your lesson. I recently lost a friendship, but I wouldn't really say that it's a loss. It's just, I learned things. I've grown since then, and I just realized, this friendship isn't really serving me anymore. We're just going in different directions, and, it is what it is. And then I have another quote here that says, "Not everything you lose is a loss." And I agree with that. Not everything you lose is a loss. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. We only have so much room in our lives for things, and sometimes when friendships fall apart or things of that nature, it could be making room for better things in our lives, Not everybody is going to be with you throughout your whole life. I used to be afraid of losing people, but not anymore. I just kind of got to a place where I'm like, everything happens for a reason. Not like I'm like all gung-ho on saying goodbye to friendships, but a relationship is a two-way street, and if you're trying and the other person isn't, I don't know. I think I just got to a place in my life where I'm like, alright, well, if I'm trying and the other person isn't, then what's the point? There is no point. It's just dragging me down, and life's too short, We're all on our own journeys. Life is full of choices, and there's nothing that you can do to make somebody see from your perspective. Sometimes you just gotta say, it is what it is, and keep it moving. Peace is always better than revenge. Yes, a million times yes, Once upon a time, I had this situation where I was being harassed online by a family member and some other people, and it was really difficult to go through, and I was actually preparing like an expose video, and I worked really hard on it, and then in the middle of me like working on it, my laptop broke, And yeah, and I'm actually really thankful because I don't want to put like that negative energy out there. I'm really glad that that happened the way that it did, because honestly, probably we would have just added a lot of gasoline to the fire and made things way, way, way worse. And that would have been not good in the long run, you know? Even though it was hard and I felt like I wanted to get my side of the story out there, over time I realized, it doesn't matter. People are gonna think what they want to think regardless. And I shouldn't have to work so hard to convince people the truth. So I'm glad. Peace is better than revenge. And eventually, people that say stuff about you, they're gonna get bored, they're gonna move on to someone or something else. And yeah. There is actually a quote about revenge, and this isn't like exactly it, but it's paraphrasing. It's basically this guy saying, karma isn't like a special force that's out there in the world to like get you. If you throw a rock into the air and it comes back and hits you in the head, that's not gravity saying, you threw a rock, this is your karma, now you're gonna get hit in the head. Karma is just a result of your own actions. So if you throw a stone up and it comes back and hits you in the head, it's because you threw the stone up there. And okay, I guess this isn't about revenge, but like it's sort of like whatever. For me to have gotten my revenge, like that bad decision and that negative energy would have just come back on me. So it's just not worth it. Peace over revenge. People lie, actions don't. I always tell people, you can listen to what someone says, yes. You can listen to what they say, but always watch what they do. And if what they do doesn't line up with what they say, then they're trying to manipulate you. Actions speak louder than words. Yes. If they come back, don't forget how they left. This is a really good quote because I don't know if you've ever experienced this in your life, but sometimes characters from like your old life will like resurface and they'll come back into your life, try to hit you up, and sometimes it can be a good thing because sometimes people grow and they change, and you really can foster a better relationship with them after everything. But that can only work if they have truly changed, if they've matured, if they've grown. But the thing is, that isn't always the case. And it's very important to remember how they left and how things left off, because you need to be very careful if you want to invite that person, that situation back into your life. You don't want to like go through all the things that you already went through like again. That would not be a good situation. And if they try to like mosey their way back into your life and they haven't like made like a true like genuine apology, then no. Usually, I don't let people back into my life because things ended how they did, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. Sometimes I get sad and I remember the good memories of a friendship with somebody, but then I remember, well, friendship ended for a reason. It was a lesson, like everything is, so no regrets in life, just lessons learned. Yes. I think that's a good thing to think. I don't think you should ever regret anything in life. Things happened the way that they did, and everything is a lesson, and you can't change the past. All you can do is learn from it and grow from it and go from there. I'm not sure what this quote is, but I think I saw a quote that said, "Time heals everything," and actually, that's not true. Time doesn't heal everything. It can maybe numb it a little bit, but it can't heal it. The only one that can truly heal that is God. I know some people don't believe in God, but as someone who does, as someone who understands the spiritual world and everything, I have to say that. I have to say it. Time doesn't heal everything, but God does. So, no message is a message. This is so true. You don't always get clarity. I'm thinking about this friend of mine who had a relationship that ended not the best. He eventually tried to reach out. I even reached out for him to tell a story, but never got a message back. That is a message. It might not be the message or the closure that he wanted, but at the end of the day, that's a message. And we're not always gonna receive the message or the closure that we want. Be kind, be compassionate, be empathetic, be a good human being, not perfect. Because if you're perfect, you can't learn. Perfection doesn't exist. No. Just be good. Just be good. We all do bad and we all do good, but do more good than you do bad. Be good, not perfect. Okay, human beings, well, that's gonna be it for tonight's video. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you liked this soft-spoken style. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. But yeah, I hope that you have a good night's rest. A great day tomorrow. Bye, humans. Bye, good night, humans. Happy 2025.